everyone, Basic Ollie here. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to another episode of This Week on iRacing. For this week, we have a special event, boys and girls. We have Petit Le Mans. Now, if it's your first time thinking, oh, Petit Le Mans, is that just a short endurance race around Le Mans? No, it is not. It is a race around Road Atlanta, a much shorter circuit and much more chaotic, I would say. Now, it's a 2.54 mile track with, I'm not really sure how many corners. If you have a look at the track map itself on iRacing, if you have a look here, turns 1, 2, 3, and 4. The turns at the bottom of the hill, they don't really count for some reason. I don't know why. However, the straight after 7 is 2 corners. And the chicane, which is clearly 2 corners, is just 10A and 10B. So, I don't know. Weird. I don't really get it personally. But regardless, yes, we're here at Road Atlanta. Now, the information about this race is coming up right now. So, in-game start time, 10:55 a.m. Do be warned, though, you'll have a bit of practice and quali before that. Track temperature-wise is going to start mid to high 20 degrees because the weather is kind of keeping those temperatures down. So we do have a 35% chance of rain for this special event, which probably means this could be one of the most chaotic special events we've ever had. We had Bathurst early on in the year where it rained an awful lot, far too much, and that was pretty treacherous. But now we're at Road Atlanta and we have multi-class. It's difficult enough as it is as a multi-class event. Now to add some rain in it, it's going to be spicy, really spicy indeed. So let's have a quick look at the weather whilst we are here. So 35% chance of rain for this event. And as you can see here, the race will start around 12 o'clock. And slowly but surely, as you build into the race, that chance of rain just increases. It never fully disappears. It goes about 10% at 6. And it starts to rise again and then eventually drops off near the end of the race. Now, the way I would look at this, and the way the experience I've found on iRacing, is that basically if you join your event and you start the race and there's no rain at this point, I think it's safe to assume you're not going to get any rain until maybe the 7 p.m. mark. I think you'll be fine. Hopefully I'm right here, and I hopefully haven't bucket it up for you guys. But yeah, from my experience, if you don't have rain, like at this point here, you're not going to get any rain further on. Like, you're not going to get it. So you should be okay. So just keep an eye on the sky, though. Just keep an eye on the weather radar. You never truly know with this one. But fingers crossed for you, boys and girls. It's not too treacherous out there. If it does rain, fingers crossed you do okay, because it's going to be quite something. It really is. I'm looking forward to it, but also nervous at the same time. But the weather's the weather. We'll just have to deal with it. Now, one thing to talk about when it comes to these special events, of course, is the Bopperoonie. Everyone likes to talk about the Bop. So we'll have a quick look at this now, shall we? So LMP2 drivers like myself, we've got nothing to worry about, which is fantastic. But for GT3s and GTPs, to be honest with you, there's really not that much of a bop at all. Quite surprising, to be honest with you. It's, only 1 car overweight penalty, which is, say 2, I should say, which is the Mustang and the Lambo. And then, it's just, I don't think there's too much going on there bop-wise, so we'll see. LMP2, of course, we don't have to touch. And then GTP-wise, no power adjustments for any of them. It is just simply weight or fuel. So if you want to have a good look at the bop, it is in the forums, and you can just pause the video now if you want to have a good look as well. Do be warned, as always, if this is your first time doing a special event, iRacing do have the right, as it says up here, to change it on Wednesday prior to the event. And let me tell you, they always change it. I have never known it not to be touched at all. So I would expect a few changes here and there. Normally GT3s are the ones I think personally look at the most in terms of bop, because there's just so many different manufacturers in there, so they'll probably look at that and there'll be some changes there. GTP wise, I'm not so sure. We'll see. I'm surprised the Acura hasn't been touched, because I've heard good things about the Acura here, and yeah, we'll see. But that is the bop for the event. Field size is 60. The DQ limit, or the instant point limit, I should say, is 50. So you'll get a drive-through penalty, and then you get 20 after every 20 instant points after that, you'll get it. And yeah, race length 10 hours, quali 8 minutes, 2 laps, warm up 30 minutes. The usual D 4.0, so essentially C license on that one. And yeah, these are your time slots here. So take those in, because those are going to be something that you're going to need. And if you want any more information, the race is already on the UI, and it tells you all the things about the dates and times there already. So pretty self-explanatory that you should have everything that you need there. Now, just an FYI, IMSA this week, the IMSA Open and the IMSA Fixed, they are doing the same combination. Of course, they do not have a chance of rain, so the track temperature, I think, is going to be substantially hotter than what it is for the special event, in my opinion. Because you've got a chance of rain, normally that indicates there's going to be some sort of cloud cover. And I don't know what it's going to be like for the Open and the Fixed, but because it's 0% chance of rain, my assumption is that it's going to be quite warm. So I would hazard a guess at like 40 odd degrees. It's going to get very hot, I think, especially when it starts midday as well. LMP2 Fixed does not have a chance of rain, but I think the prototype challenge with just the GTPs has a 32% chance of rain, so do keep an eye on that. IMSA Open and IMSA Fixed will be absolutely stacked. When they go to this track, they normally are, but the fact it's a special event always increases the participation level. So if you want to get some practice in, make sure you do a bit of IMSA this week, because it's going to make the world of difference. Just race practice is really handy. There are many people you'll find on the sim that are lightning fast in qualifying, but when it actually comes to racing and racing around other classes, they just can't do it. So just make sure you get plenty of race practice out there. Qualifying is not the end of it. You know, you can put it on pole and then just bin it within an hour. So just get some race practice in there. I've done enough special events to tell you that qualifying is not that important. It's all about race pace and how you manage other classes, so make sure you do that. But I think that's pretty much everything covered for the special event and for IMSA Open Fix, blah, 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 so you should be covered in that. Let's move on for a Petit Le Mans, shall we? And let's have a look and see what the GT3 series are doing, shall we? All right then, moving on. Let's talk about what the GT3s are doing this week, specifically the Open, the Fixed, and the Endurance series. So all those three series obviously follow each other, and they are going to the Mexican Grand Prix, or if you want the official name, and I hopefully don't butcher this, but I'm bound to, it is the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez. Hopefully I've got that right. Yes, that's where the GT3 Sprint, Fixed, and Endurance are going this week. Now, I'll be honest with you, I had a little bit of trouble trying to get the weather right with this one. The PDF says that there's no chance of rain in any of the series at all. However, every time I tried to load into the sim and try to use the realistic weather, it was like, mate, it's going to rain, like 90% rain constantly, all the time. So I put it static. I said no chance of rain at all. And it has made it very kind of cloudy and misty and, yeah, not really ideal to go off really to try and read the track temperature. But the good news is it does start fairly early in the morning, so 5 to 9. So I'm getting 19 degrees track temperature. So I'm going to trust that. Although, yeah, I'm not like 100%, so you'll have to bear with me on that one. So yeah, 8:55 in the morning for all three series, and yeah, because it's so early on, you shouldn't have to worry about track temperature at all. Hopefully it'll be nice and cool for you. Whether it'll be 19 or a little bit hotter, I'm not so sure. But yeah, I'm not really sure why they made it so it's got 0% chance of rain. Whenever I try and simulate it, it's quite high. So not sure what the thought process is behind that. Maybe they didn't want it to be pouring down with rain when the GT3s first come here. Yeah, but this is the Grand Prix layout, I believe. So just like, you know, the track layout you get in the F1, so you don't need to worry about the Formula E layout or any weird funky layouts that this place can actually have. And it's going to be interesting to see how quick the GT3s are here, how many sends we're going to get into turn 1 and turn 4, because they will be good overtaking opportunities. But yeah, interesting to see how this one goes. So hopefully, if you've got this track, you'll enjoy it. And if not, maybe it might be worth purchasing because it's been used quite a lot. I think PCC used it last week, and now the GT Sprint and GT Free stuff is using it this week. So if you can, it might be worth purchasing this track just so you can do some of the GT Free stuff this week. If not, you can always do the European, American, and Asia Tour stuff instead. So that's the GT Free Sprint Fixed and Endurance covered. Let's go and have a look and see what the LMP3s and GT4s are doing this week, shall we? Okay, next up, as I said, let's talk about the LMP3s and GT4s, shall we? So we've got the Falcon Sports Car Challenge, the LMP3 Fixed, and the GT4 Fixed. We also have the Sports Car Endurance Challenge as well, which is the 2-hour version of the Falcon Sports Car Challenge. We also have that as well. So all of those series, they follow each other, of course, and we are also going to the Mexican Grand Prix and its Grand Prix layout. So like I said in the previous part of this video, we're looking at the GT stuff. If you can afford to invest in this track, I would do, because it looks like it's going to be popular this week, especially if you don't really like IMSA or Road Atlanta. This might be something else to do during this week. So yeah, we're going to go to the Mexican Grand Prix circuit, and there is a chance of rain for all, well, I say for all 4 series. There's 3 series. There's 1 series where it doesn't have a chance of rain. And yeah, it's a little bit all over the place. So you've got the Sports Car Challenge. So the Falcon Sports Car Challenge has got 27% chance of rain. The LMP3 Fixed has a 29% chance of rain. And then you've also got the Endurance Series, well, the IMSA Sports Car Endurance Challenge. That has a 26% chance of rain, as you can see here. So, yeah, all of those have a chance of rain, apart from the GT4 Fix, which has no chance of rain at all. So, if you don't want any rain, GT4 Fix might be the way to go. Now, in-game start time, I'm looking and seeing at 10 to 3 in the afternoon, so 2:50 p.m. And yeah, again, for me, I don't know. I can't really put too much input into this because I haven't actually seen any races around this track as of yet. So I don't know what the stands are like, how easy it is to overtake. I'd like to think it'll be pretty good because, like I said, turn 1 and turn 4 should give you plenty of overtaking opportunities. The track is quite wide, apart from the last sector. The track is quite wide, so you should be able to have some good multi-class racing here. Yeah, should be half decent. But yeah, that's pretty much the GT4s and the LMP3s covered for this week. Should be good fun though. Hopefully participation levels are fairly decent. Only concern is the rain percentage chance, because as soon as there's a chance of rain, it does lower participation, which kind of does suck a little bit. But yeah, some people just don't want to go near the rain, which I suppose is understandable. You know, so yeah. And track temperature wise, because it is so early in the morning and because of the chance of rain as well, again, it's going to be pretty damn low. So I would argue it probably won't go anywhere near to mid to high 20s. I think it's just going to be low 20s the whole time. Maybe sub 20s. So yeah, that is the GT4s and the LMP3 covers for this week. So let's go and have a brief overlook at some other series, shall we? And see what's standing out this week and which series are having a bit of a stinker. Alrighty then, let's have a look at some of the other series then and see what else is happening this week on iRacing, quite simply. So let's start off with the Ferrari Challenge. Where are we heading to this week? Going to go to Indianapolis. So all you Ferrari 296 Challenge fans out there, you're going to go there. The Advanced MX-5s, you're going to go to Sonoma Raceway. It's going to be interesting to see how that does since it has been updated. Whether it's picked up in popularity, I'm not too sure. So PCC at the moment is at the Mexican Grand Prix. You're going to go to Kansas Speedway. Yeah, bit of an interesting one for the PCC fans out there. I don't really know how many people have this circuit. Looks very, very simple. Very simple indeed. So, yeah, that could be quite chaotic. And I do love chaotic races. So that could be quite good fun. Global Sports Car Challenge. Where are you off to? You're going to go to Spa. Very nice. So Nürburgring and then Spa. So pretty tasty. That's a pretty tasty lineup, I have to Okay. TCRs, do they follow? No. I was going to see if they follow GT4s and stuff like that, but no. They're going to go to Bathurst, Mount Panorama, for the TCR lovers out there. Now, Porsche Cup Series, many fans of the Porsche Cup Series. You're going to go to the Bend, and you're going to do the international circuit as well. So I don't think that's a full-blown one. No, I don't know if we'll ever end up seeing the full-blown one on the UI, but maybe one day people will be bad enough to vote for it. So that's where the Porsche Cup is going this week. GT3 Asia, you are going to go to Fuji. That might struggle a little bit, I think. The Americas, you are going to go to Brazil. That should be fairly popular. It's always a good track. One of those rare tracks where it doesn't matter what car you go in, it just seems to work for me. And then for the European Regional Tour, for the GT3s, you're going to go to Brands Hatch. And that's the Grand Prix layout as well, so not the Indy layout. So yeah, that should be pretty good, although it's quite difficult to overtake in Brands Hatch with cars with that amount of speed. Now, the Ringmeister, we have Skip Barber Formula 2000s for that. That should be okay. That shouldn't be too bad. The Radicals, what have we here? We're going to go to Imola for the Radicals there. IMSA Vintage, what have you guys got this week? You're going to the Bend as well. It'll be interesting because it's quite wide, isn't it, the Bend? So, in theory, it should be good for multi-class racing, but we'll have to see. GTEs, you're going to go to Silverstone for this week. So, for the GTE lovers out there, that is where you are heading. Proto GT, what have we got? Going to go to Hockenheim. Hard sell for me. Hard sell. I can't say I'm a big fan of Hockenheim. I don't think it's a good track for racing. For lapping, sure, but for actually racing, I think it's a hard sell. I don't think we have any numbering endurance races now for a while. Yep, nothing for a while on that one, so you don't have to worry about that. This week, and yeah, there is a IMSA Endurance this weekend, which I have failed to mention, but I don't know how many people are really going to be doing it when it's Petit Le Mans this weekend. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe you want to, you get taken out Saturday, you want a bit of revenge, you want to go again, maybe go on the Sunday slot. There's a 0% chance of rain, but it is overcast for the whole thing. So you'll probably have a low track temperature, something that you don't really need to worry about too much. I think that's pretty much the sports car stuff covered for this week. We'll have a quick look at the Formula cars, shall we? So for me, let's have a look here. Let's quickly go through the F4 stuff. So Asia Tour, you're going to go to the Bend. Wow, the Bend's been used a lot this week. The Americas, you're going to go to, Mexican Grand Prix. I really do think you're going to need the Mexican Grand Prix this week, boys and girls, because if you don't, you might be in a bit of trouble because it is absolutely everywhere. Mugello for the F4 Europe Tour. The F3s, where are you going to? Let's go this week. They're going to go to Brazil, so I think F3s there should be pretty decent. Oh, the Super Formula Lights are at Mexico at the moment as well. My God. Super Formula Lights, they're going to go to a Red Bull Ring. That will certainly be chaotic. Now, I got told off last week for not covering the new Indy NXT cars. And I am a total noob. So let me have a look. There it is. So they are currently at Long Beach, but they're going to go to Spa. They're going to go to Spa this week. That's pretty cool. That's a fixed series as well. So they're going to go to Spa. That is pretty epic, to say the least. So hopefully you boys and girls enjoy that. But yeah, it's a quick overview of what's happening that week as well. And then we'll have a quick look at the oval stuff. Let's have a look where the Class A series is going. That's going to go to Charlotte. That'll go to Charlotte this week by the looks of things. And where else? We've got the trucks as well. You're going to go to Charlotte as well? Going to Charlotte as well. Indeed. The Xfinity Series, are you going to Charlotte? Yes, certainly are. The IndyCar Oval Series, that's going to go to Darlington. Oh, no, that's at Darlington, sorry. That is going to go to Texas Motor Speedway. And then I think for NIS, yeah, you're going to go just to Charlotte as well. So that will be a fairly popular one. So, yeah, hopefully you boys and girls are looking forward to that. Overall, though, I think it's a decent week. I think the chance of rain in other series is going to put people off. The GT Sprint stuff, thankfully, doesn't have anything, so you might be okay. But for the other stuff, for like your GT4s and stuff like that, you might struggle a little bit. Overall, though, I still think it's a fairly decent week. Participation levels might be a little bit lower than you're expecting in the other stuff, because I think that just the chance of rain does put people off. I expect a lot of people at IMSA, and fingers crossed, if you are taking part in the special event this weekend, I wish you all the best. Now, hopefully, if you enjoyed this episode, please to make sure that you hit the old like button on the way out. Do subscribe, and I'll catch you for next week's episode. Have an amazing week, and I'll catch you next week. Take care.